Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. James Murphy, aka the Naked Smurf, your boy here. So, what's going on? We are 3 weeks out today from the first show of the season, which is regional with two bros, 30th of August in Wigan, which is great because I don't have to stay over anywhere. I can just drive to the show, drive to registration. No worrying about hotels, no worrying about bed sheets because you're covered in fake tan. Nice and easy. 3 weeks out today. Today was the lowest I've been all prep. In the last 2 weeks I've actually dropped £7 and all we did is pulled a little bit of carbs at training day and put cardio up 5 minutes and the body just was responded so fast to the point where I had a high day on Wednesday. Thursday morning my weight was up. Friday morning I was at a new prep low. This morning at a new prep low. So bigger high day going in today, which I'm very happy about. I've had 3 meals already. It's nearly 7,000 calories, 1,100 grams of carbs. There was 2 muffins in my pre-workout meal. Today's a good day. And it's aptly timed because today is also legs. Feeding into legs, this is probably going to be the last full hard leg day. Normally you pull back a little bit on the intensity of legs as we get closer to a show. So I imagine next week we'll probably pull back, so we're leaving a few reps in reserve. And then the week after, probably even dropping the load, pulling right back. So just, if you batter them going into a show, they don't look as good, they can't fill out as well. So this is probably the last hard one, which is just as well because I've got some carbs in me for once. And on top of that, I've also got the merchandise on. These are new Naked Smurf t-shirts. Naked Smurf Iron Grips, because that's my company name, and an MBVA, which stands for Make Bodybuilding Violent Again, which has been a moniker that I've used over the last year or so. Every time I come into train, I'm thinking about the intensity, bringing the best out of myself, which does involve a little bit of violence, which I'm sure we'll see today on a leg day. These aren't available to buy. You have to earn these. And you earn them if you can train with me and you're a hardcore motherfucker. And if you are, then you get one, but if you're not, can't have one, unless you go make your own, but who's gonna do that? That's weird. Anyway, let's get stuck into leg day, 3 weeks out, and hopefully it's a good one. Prime plate loaded leg extension. Really nice piece of kit. In the off season, I was able to get up to 8 plates on this. And that was pretty heavy. I have to use these thin ones. So these thin plates on the middle here. I actually bought these in lockdown because they were the only plates I could get hold of. And obviously lockdown ended, gyms reopened, got back in the gym, brought the plates in so I load them to machines where I can get more weight on. Because if I just use these fat ones, you run out at 6. And those thin ones allow me to get even stronger, which is good. Obviously not going to be doing 8 plates today. I have a feel of 6, might be 7, but the main thing is doing heavy set to failure, and then a back off set which will be a bit lighter, probably, to be honest, about the same amount of reps, but just whatever I've got in the tank at this point. Joints are feeling a wee bit dry, a wee bit creaky, so hopefully they don't give up on me, because that would be a really shit way to end prep, wouldn't it? People occasionally say, you know, how do you change your training when you're on prep? Really, don't change how you train. What built the muscle will keep the muscle. I trained hard and heavy my whole off season. Why would I change that just because I'm on prep? Granted, like I said at the beginning, we're probably going to pull back on the intensity just to keep the muscles a bit fresher. But throughout this entire prep so far, I've come in, I've tried to put as much weight on the bar that I was lifting when I was at my heaviest in the off season, try to hold on to that strength for as long as possible, because ultimately what built that muscle will keep that muscle. So there, we did 7 plates, put 9.5. It isn't too bad, you know, 7 plates is still pretty heavy on this machine. Now I'm going to do 6 plates. I'm going to really try and get at least 10. Again, the numbers are kind of irrelevant. Are you giving 100%? Or are you going to bitch out because you're tired? That's going to be the difference between how much muscle you can keep and then how much you're going to lose whilst you're dieting. So exercise number 2, lying hamstring curl. As you can see, I'm doing the isolation work first before I do the heavy compound stuff. Lying hamstring curl, get a really nice stretch on it. Again, working up to do a top set and a back off set now. As you can see, no intensifiers in my training. You know, in the off season I was doing drop sets, rest pauses, clusters. All that got removed at 7 weeks out. Was deemed a little bit unnecessary. Was eating into the recovery time. So straight sets. Again, top set, back off on this, as is pretty much every exercise of this workout. So, lying ham next. Main thing to focus on when you're doing this exercise is not allowing your hips to rise up, and basically then your glutes, your lower back, they're taking over part of the momentum of the movement, taking the isolation off the hamstring. The whole point is we're doing a hamstring curl to train the hamstrings, believe it or not. So when you're on the pad, force your hips down, contract your hamstrings, and if your knee rises up off the knee pad, that's fine, that's not a problem. The main thing is you want to be digging in and raising everything else, and then nothing's contracting your hamstring. And as someone who's developed the hamstrings to an okay level, I'd like to think I know what I'm talking about. What's that?
Nice hat.
Nice hat, yeah. Mate, representing the merch. Myo Apparel, discount code NAKED10 for a hat like this. And shorts like that. Look at them both. Green, black. Notice how both lads wearing these shorts have massive legs? Well, that can be you too if you buy them shorts. Discount code NAKED10, Myo Apparel. This prep, I think I've said it a few times, this prep I've done my absolute best to refuse to get weaker. Previous preps, you know, you come in, do a set, working up towards your normal weight. Oh, it feels a bit heavy today. You know what, I'll drop the weight down and do a few more reps. and then that becomes a habit, and before you know it, you've dropped down considerably and you're doing the same reps that you would have been doing on the original weight. So I've made a very conscious effort to try and stay as strong as I was in the off season. Obviously, that can't happen across the board. It just can't, right? Unless you're some kind of super freak, but I'm not. But I've stayed very close to how I was at my all-time strongest. You know, on like the leg extension, I was doing 8 plates in the off season. Still doing 7 now. Still did a full stack on the seated hamstring. You know, I don't mind losing a bit of strength, but I've done my absolute best not to lose too much, because the strengthening the muscle represents why it's there. I'm trying to give the muscle a reason to hang about in this diet, so that's my advice to anyone. Try and stay strong through prep. You will keep more muscle. All right, that's the easy work done. I don't even know, it's got so many names. Hip press, horizontal leg press, swing press. Basically this machine, this is my all-time favorite big of leg kit. It's an awesome press. You can make it really quad dominant, super easy to adjust your position in the seat. It just slides forward and back. That's the only thing you need to adjust. And then if you fail on this leg press, you're just back at the start of the rep. You fail on any other leg press, that whole thing's coming down on you and it's going to be a bad day at the office. This, you fail safely and get out the machine, carry on with your workout. Awesome way to achieve failure, awesome way to push yourself. So, 1 heavy set on this and 1 back off set. The main thing on this is I want to get the same reps as last week, because if I can do the same reps as last week, 1 week closer to show day and also lighter in body weight, then I know I'm doing the absolute best to retain muscle. So let's get locked in, full send, gasp, booty shorts on. They're popping. Do the old moon pose. They're looking dug out. That's for the OnlyFans. Hey, OnlyFans, he wants to see it. The old moon pose. Getting them cheeks. Fucking horse legs. Horse MD. That's what we're going for. Carbs going to the right places. That's the main thing. Normally with the pump they look worse as well, so the fact I can still see stuff's pretty cool. This is probably the last time I'll do this fucking set until after Sweden. Probably the last time I get to fucking do this set before Sweden. Last time before I try and get that fucking pro card and the supers, so time to make it fucking count. Ah, come on, you fucking cunt! Oh yeah! you fucking cunt! Back offset, 6 plates, I get 10 plus. There's not much else to say. Over then I slapped my thigh. Oh, and it's already started to bruise. I got angry at myself and slapped my thighs, and it's bruised up. So, I mean, that's just where my mind goes during a set. Self-abuse in many ways, but the best kind. I've made bodybuilding violent again by bruising my little thigh. You can see here on the adductor, I actually hang my feet off the end. I find that when my feet are pressed against some kind of peg, my feet are trying to push together and I actually feel it more through my knee. Instead, what I'm trying to do is use my thigh only, because that's of course where the adductor is. The adductor runs from the groin to the thigh. So I'm trying to just squeeze that bit. Like I said, if my feet are on the machine, my feet are also pushing against it to try and lift the weight. It actually hurts my knees. I have to use more weight, then I end up injuring my adductors. So I actually keep the machine a lot lighter than I used to. Just get a few high rep sets, just pumping and squeezing, rather than trying to progressively overload. I'm just thinking about trying to tax the muscle more than anything. Because at the end of the day, if you hurt your adductor, it knocks onto all leg training and also posing on stage. So at this point in time, 3 weeks out, just pumping and squeezing so that when it comes to show day, I can show off my adductors. I think, generally speaking, bodybuilding at amateur shows, the guys are smaller, but with better condition. Because I feel like that's how it's shifted over the last 10 years. People have gone shape and conditioning rather than size. Because people are like, oh yeah, junior nationals back in 2012, man, everyone was fucking 300 pounds. It's like, yeah, but you're fucking fat and soft. So it's like, what are we doing here? It's a different time. You know, you turn up, and especially in Classic, you turn up to any regional show, Classic peeled out the fucking mind. And then most bodybuilders are as well. But that's a rant for another time about amateur bodybuilding. Everyone's era is the best. I can't wait to tell everyone in 10 years that 2025 was the year, man. It was the best year in bodybuilding. There's a lot of people these days doing this, banding the hack squat. Now this is a black band. It's so strong. I'm going to take away a lot of the tension at the bottom of the rep, where the muscles stretch the most, where the movement's the hardest basically. If you think about locking out squat, at the top, pretty easy. Bottom, trying to drive out the hole, very hard. Now, people do this, can argue knee pain. My knees hurt, I want to take a bit of the load at the bottom where they're in the most flexed position. It's a valid argument. I would say that rather than try and band-aid your knee pain, why don't you treat it and then come back once you've resolved the issue and build up strength from the bottom. You can build up the strength from the bottom, the stability with lighter weight over time. That knee pain will have gone, you'll be able to lift more and you'll be able to get more out of the movement. Just my 2 cents there. Everyone can do what they want to do, but every time I've had a knee issue, I've walked away from the machine, I've rehabbed the issue, I've come back, I've built back up again. My legs have grown from it. I don't believe in making exercises easier, I believe in making them harder. So, I'll be getting rid of this band. Good old Nike Romaleos 3.5, because I've got flat feet, so it helps with the flat-footedness of my feet. So as you can see, I've actually been doing all my leg work today without knee sleeves. Now, knee sleeves, very useful tool. I do tend to use them more through the off season, because just get that bit of support around the joint, give it a bit of help. I had a bit of a knee issue at the beginning of prep, managed to resolve it, but what I did is I actually got rid of the knee sleeves, took the weight down, controlled the movement a bit more, let the knee stabilize with the lighter load, and then built back up again a little bit from there as much as I could. And I haven't had a return in the knee issue since. I've always got them with me just in case I need to, just in case everything isn't clicking too well. But where possible, do try and avoid using things on your knees. I get it, it's not always possible, especially when you're getting stronger. But if you're maybe in a diet phase or in a maintenance phase, try losing them, just try and give them that bit of control back to the knee. Try and strengthen the tendons and ligaments around it, because it will ultimately help you progress a bit more. Because this is what it all weighs on in my head. Little wager with myself. Can you really fucking pull this out the bag now? And this is what it's about. This is what gets me fired up. This is why I'm a bodybuilder, because I love training. I love moments like this where you just really test what you're fucking made of. Oh, fuck off! Ah, yes! Ah! Come on! Well, that's one way to end a set. At least I'm alive. Standing calf raise. Seated calf raise is good. Standing calf raise is better. Why? Because standing calf raise biases the gastrocnemius, I don't even know how to say it, part of the calf, which is the larger part of the calf. Seated, when your knee's flexed, uses the soleus more, which is the smaller part of your calf. Now, of course, if you want massive calves, you should do both, standing and seated. If you were to choose just one, I'd opt for the standing. Granted, it's hard after a leg day, you're already a bit tired, you don't want to stand with a load more weight on your shoulders, but you're a fucking bodybuilder, deal with it. Anyway, 3 sets on this. Last one is the only exercise I do on a leg day that still has an intensifier in it. 3 rest pauses, so max reps, 20 seconds rest, max reps, 20 seconds rest, max reps, 20 seconds rest, max reps. You have no idea how difficult that is for my brain to compute at the minute, because I don't know what's going on. I've got brain fog so bad today. But I'm going to lift some weights. This is the reality of prep right now. Anyone who's watching who don't understand it. You know, there's a video out there of Kevin DeVrone when he's curling like 100-pound dumbbells, and he keeps getting like 100-pound dumbbells, and he keeps getting confused. Or fish and a rice cake guy. Fish and a rice cake guy. He's like, I'll have some fish, and then fish and a rice cake. People go, he's an idiot. He's not an idiot. He's got brain fog. His brain's absolute mush, and that's what mine is right now. It's absolute mush.
I've never thought about that with fish and a rice cake.
Yeah, he's brain fog. He's trying to think, and he can't think, because guess what? Your brain runs on glucose, and guess what we're doing? We're starving ourselves of glucose. So, fish and a rice cake guy, Danny, I've got your back. You're not an idiot. You just have brain fog. Now the internet takes the piss out of you, and everyone knows you. But I got your back, son. A little bit of a calf pump. Quads a little bit blared out, just from the inflammation, as is expected on a leg day. But when they dry out and the inflammation drops off, they should look a bit more feathery and cool. Two, one. Oh, fuck me. Alrighty. Alright, partner. Right, thank you everyone for tuning in to the YouTube channel for this video. 3 weeks out leg day. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully some of it was semi-entertaining, semi-helpful. I apologise, I'm pretty brain dead right now, but that's what we expect at this point. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please comment, please share. Also follow me on Instagram if you want some more. And also, we are Myo Apparel, Naked 10 on the discount. Conteh Sports, Naked 10 on the discount. Until next time, guys, thank you very much. Naked Smurf, signing out.